guys, and welcome back to my channel. We are going to be filling out February in my reading journal. This is an 8x8 by Archer and Olive. This is the storybook collection in their everyday essentials. This was the green or the sage color, but they do have another one in the store now, which I believe is pink. I have a couple things to the side. I have my I have my Sharpie, I have my fountain pen, I do have some Tombos I will be using, I have my ruler here, as well as my clear stamp set, my polymer clear stamp set from Not Too Shabby, which this is the Bookish. So I'm going to be using that. I have my typewriter stamp set, which is just the alphabet from Notebook Therapy. I have my Versify ink. I have a couple things to the side that I will be using, like my phone, because I do have my reviews on there and stuff I need from Storygraph and from Fable, as well as I have all of my book covers here to the side for my annual spreads and whatnot. So I'm gonna jump right on into it. I thought I was missing something, but I don't think I am. If I need something, I have some stuff next to me. Anyway, okay, let's just, no, I do, I see it. Never mind, hold on, give me 1 second. I needed my pen from Erin Condren that I was filling in these stickers with. Okay, so I'm going to pull up Fable. I forgot what I needed from Fable, but I'll pull it up. And I need Storygraph, which is where most of everything is. Okay. Perfect. So I did not, did I? Yes, I did. I DNF'd this book, and that was These Violent Delights. So these are my annual spreads. These are must reads in 2025, but I'm not like pushing myself to read them. But I want to try to get as many of them done as possible. Next up, I read 15 books. I'm going to do my red Tombow, which is $8.85 for February. So I'm going to turn this 8.85 for Feb. And then I will color in. I need something underneath this guy to kind of help. Oh, you're too tall. Let me see. Are you better? Okay, yeah, that's way better. Okay. So I read 15 books, which is better than the 5 that I read in September or January. So it was definitely a better reading month. I read a lot of manga, honestly, which is fantastic, which kind of helps. So I'm at, my goal was 90 books, and I'm definitely hoping to surpass that. If you hear noise in the background, my daughter is awake. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Right? 15, yeah. So, like I said, I am not a big fan of the way that I have done this bookshelf. How are y'all doing? How was your February reading month? Did you read anything interesting? I honestly, there was some books that I have a TBR that I have been filming every month. But honestly, like, I'm not forcing myself to read it if I don't want to. Or if I'm waiting for the audiobook at the library, I'll just wait. Which I really like doing. So. Since I read 15 books in February, my TBR for March is large. And to be completely honest, I'm on my 3rd book. Actually, my 3rd and 4th book. Because I have an audiobook and an ebook going, and a manga going that I'm almost done with. So, okay. On to the next subread here. My favorite book. I need to cut this one off. I guess I didn't print out my favorite book. Actually, no, I didn't. Oh, that's right. We're gonna come back to this page. I did finish A Lady of Shadows, so we are gonna write that down. I started it at the end of February, or the end of January, and finished it in February, but it was a book club pick, and I did give this 5 stars. And I'll write down. So this is for the Alpha Ho Book Club, which is run by Becca and the Books on her Patreon, on her highest tier. And I'm going to turn her this way, and I started her Jan 30th. So the way that her book clubs work is that they do every 2 months. So for March and April, we'll be reading Lady of Shadows. So I don't know if I'm going to read it in March, but if I do, it'll be at the end of the month, and I'll probably finish it the beginning of April. do have my, here we go. Dang it. Okay, it's not February. Okay. Let's go. Alright, so I read 15, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I will come back and color them in for the final flip through. I do need to write down my subscription boxes. These are what I have gotten for January. But not all of my February books are here yet, so once I do that unboxing, I'll come back in and fill them in. Okay, I did DNF one book, which was this one. DNF'd these Violent Delights, so I've had 2 that I have not finished. Okay. And then I'm going to Fable, because you can track like if you've read that day and stuff. So I'm going to color in my daily reading, which is not, I read a lot, but I didn't read every day, and my goal is to try to read at least every day. So again, I'm going to turn my book this way. So I read the first, let's see, all the way to the 7th. I couldn't tell you why I didn't necessarily read every day, but life just gets busy, so. And then I read the 9th through the 12th. Through the 12th. And then the 15th through the 20th, see, the 15th through the 28th. So I read, I'd say that's pretty good. 3 days without actually reading. Out of the month, that is excellent in my opinion. And I so far have read every day, I believe, in March. But we are only on the 4th, or the 5th, so. I was gonna do this differently, but I decided not to. I was gonna split it up between audio and physical and ebooks, but honestly, if I read, I read, and I consider audiobooks to be reading. Okay. Now, I believe I'll fill this in with all my books before the end of the video through the flip through. Okay. So my challenges here, I do get to fill a couple in. I am still working on a couple books, but it's alright. We'll get them in. Bring it here. Oh, hit the green button. You know how to do it. Yeah. Alright, so for the Buzzword-a-thon for the cover challenge, I read Lady of Shadows. Bring it here. And I did the pattern. That was January. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. Sorry about that. The Xbox froze on her and she couldn't get it started. So, I have not read That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. I did read 2 of these though. There it is. I knew I was missing something. I read 2 of the Buzzword Challenge. The first one was for January, and it was for punctuation, and I did read Serpent and Dove because they had the ampersand. And then I read August's word, and it was for, I had to have the word with in it. And I read A Deal with the Elf King for that one. Okay, for my year in Aldia, I did read that. So for January, I didn't have the book cover printed out, but I now do. It was the read a book published in 2024, and I read The Rise of the Cinder Fae. And then for February, I read, it was, oh, I don't remember the prompt off the top of my head, but it was Full Metal Alchemist Volume 16. And then for March, I'm going to be going to 3B, which is a priority book on my TBR, which I have not started quite yet. I have finished a few of these guys. I need to print out another book cover. Dang it. But I have finished both January prompts, which the first one was read a book with a dark word, and I did sin in it. Let me see, I might have, I don't. Okay. So I do need to print that out. I need to print out The Monster Calls in a little thing, because I did read that one and I don't have it. No, I don't. Okay. I still have not read Loathe to Love You. I did read another one from this one. I read the first prompt for June, which was LGBTQ plus, and I read One Last Stop. I do want to go ahead and write in a couple other ones, just so I am well aware of what needs to be read, like for these guys. So we are going to go back. I have that one, but I do have another one I need to write down. The book 4. No. 11. Yep. It's 4. That's right. No, that one wasn't it. I'm gonna have to go and look, so we're not gonna write any of that stuff down right now. I do know this one, and I have actually read it. This was Game of Hate and Lies. I can't remember if it was for this one or this one, but I do have a couple. I do know this is Cinderella is Dead. I have for this one, I'm going to read Love Sickness by Junji Ito. And then what was my other one? Oh, Forever. That's right. Forever June is going to be my other TBR knockout. And that was a Kindle Unlimited book. Okay. That's right. So we are going to go back to my favorite book of the month, which was many, but I'm picking one. And the one that I am picking is actually a Full Metal Alchemist. I think it was volume 17, because I love me some Full Metal Alchemist. But I read a lot of good books. And then we're at January. Okay. February. Perfect. Okay. So I have a few books that are going to be, I think I'm done with that one yet. Books. The first book I finished, obviously, was Lady of Shadows. And I do need Fable still. So I have these book covers. I think it was Lady of Shadows that I finished first. Yes, Lady of Shadows was first. And I need to go to reviews. There's one more. Boop. Okay. Oh, I didn't write anything down for it. Okay, so that's okay. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, so Lady of Shadows was first. I don't think... Yeah, no, I didn't print out. Yes, I did. So these pictures here I got off of Pinterest. And I'm gonna open that. I need my star rating stamp. So we're gonna go through, I'm just gonna lay everything down and talk about the books a little bit, and then I'm gonna go through and fill in my I don't know where many of my smaller ones are. That's okay. We'll just do it this way, I guess. And then I'll go back through, like fast forward while I fill everything in. I wouldn't read because I might write spoilers. But anyway, actually I think I might just go ahead and not even fast forward, just go through, because some of these I forgot to write down a review for on Fable. And I do have these, so I think I'm going to use these first, that are from Planner Kate. So I have the book cover. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. I'm going to put when I started and finished. And if I read it physically, ebook, or audio. There's my ebook. There it is. We'll do this one. Just grabbing them. And audio. Okay. So I will do that in a minute, but I'm going to lay down the deco. Or the deco, but some of this stuff that I printed out. Oops. And like I said, I just kind of found them on Pinterest. So The Lady of Shadows is the second installment in the Lady of Darkness series, and we are just following Scarlet, who is our main female character. They have went to, and I'm not very good at explaining books, but they had went to the fire court to escape the other people, and yeah, I don't really know how to explain it without giving spoilers, and I don't want to do that. So that was Lady of Shadows. Next, I finished Serpent and Dove. Again, I have some pieces here. This was a reread for me. Because I have read this series before, but I wanted to do a reread of it because I want to read the Scarlet Veil by this author, and I think they kind of intertwine. So I just wanted to get them, and I don't know if I'm going to use all of this deco. Yeah, see, like I had that, but I'm not going to use it. And I didn't do this for every book. Honestly, I didn't. Just a couple of them. Because I think it's nice and fun to have some of the art and stuff people have done. And we'll put you here. Go. Carmen. Sorry, dog is going off now. Carmen. The next book I finished, oh yes, this book. This is a YA book, and I have never read it before, but this book hit me in a way that no other book has ever done. And I say this because, and I would look up trigger warnings for it, but this deals with grief and loss. If you've been following my channel for a bit, I lost my dad a couple years ago. My dad was my best friend. And A Monster Calls, I didn't read. One of my favorite quotes I have here is, and it's from the actual book. Again, I got these off of Pinterest. But the quote is, "Stories are wild adventures. When you let them loose, who knows what havoc they might wake or wreck." Yeah, it's wreck. So you're following this boy whose mom has cancer, and in his kind of backyard there is this yew tree in a graveyard, and he calls to this yew tree. Like, he doesn't mean to, but he does. And this yew tree is there to help him through this tough time, like this trauma that he's going through. And I think I'm gonna do, I probably don't need to, but we're gonna just go ahead because I want to use that one. I don't have to use. But anyway, he is going through the struggle. His parents are not together. His dad lives in America. He lives, overseas, and his mom is, fighting for her life, and he doesn't want to believe that she's gonna leave him. I do really want this guy, this quote. Okay, I'm gonna do that. It's fine. I'll have more room to, I'll write around stuff. But anyway, I don't want to give too much away if you haven't read this book. I had to talk, so this book actually made me think, and I am still thinking about this book to this day. With losing somebody I was really close with, who, is my dad, I just felt, I hope this is enough room. If not, I'll have to, Actually, you know what? I'm going to write this quote. Come on. There we go. I'm going to write this quote instead. There was a lot of good quotes in this book, but I'm going to write it right. I don't know, posting it up here. So, stories are wild creatures. When let loose. Oh. Do I have any of my cover-up paper? I do. Got some sticker paper. Put it here. So, I just think this was a beautiful story. The illustrations, I think, really like captured the feelings and the moments within the story. So I recommend it highly, especially if you lost somebody or if you have a teenager who feels very lost themselves. Then I would definitely read it. So I need 16, 17, and 18. All right, 16. We'll do 2-page. So just throwing it out there, like that's what I would do. I am not going to do that. Let me use this washi. I think it's pretty. And next up we have, I'm gonna kind of do this page in half. This washi is from Cora Creek Creates. I got it in a sub box, but I upgraded my sub box to a different one. One of her larger ones, but it hasn't come in yet, and it's only an every other month subscription. So Full Metal Alchemist, if you don't know, is amazing. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm coming up on the end of this series. I read 4 volumes of this book, of this series, in the month of 4 or 5 volumes, something like that, of this series, and I'm almost done because it ends at 27 volumes, I believe. So we're gonna keep with the washi because I don't have any more that I was like really wanting to feature right now. I do have one more that has stuff for it, but that's gonna be later, and I want to do a big spread for that one. So I read 18 and 19. Okay, and then I'm gonna do this one and this one together. And then, wait, 18, 19, 20, okay, then 21, and one last stop, Trillion Game, and these 2, and I think, do I not have, I do not, but that's okay, I will get it printed, and it's gonna get a double spread. So anyway, after that I did read 18 and 20 of this series. Might have to get some more 5-star stickers because I kind of like them. Anyway, I feel like the last couple volumes that I read of Full Metal Alchemist, I was definitely, it's definitely like some spoilers. Like this, it's getting so good, and they are, you know, like the big battle at the end, I think, is gonna be something else. more than something else. So I did read a few. And we're just gonna split this one in half again without washing, but we're gonna use my Tango. The next book, so I did read 20 After 19, but I don't really want to like talk about it too much. I think we're gonna split this one. I could totally split this one. We're gonna do that. And that's right. We're just gonna because I don't have a lot to say about the next 4 books. Honestly. So I'll just do it this way. I'm just gonna color that in. I might come through and like color it in, but I know it's not even, but I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's all good. So I'm gonna just add boop, and I got one left. So that was a good little freebie from Planner Kate, using up my stickers. Okay, so the 4 that I'm going to be putting in this one is 20 and 21 of Full Metal Alchemist. And the reason I'm not going to color in this is because they are going to probably cover some of that. Yeah, there we go. And then, oh, I do. Okay, perfect. I knew I did. I just didn't know where it was. So, okay, so I was doing a challenge, and you will see the video next week, but I was doing a volume 1 video of my manga because I have a lot. And one of the ones that I read was Sin of Alice, and holy crap, I'm confused on it. I want to continue the series because I want to know what happens, but at the same time, I just am kind of like confused. So it's a play on fairy tales. That much I do know. Yes, I made this one smaller for a Trillion game, but there's a lot happening, and I've read reviews on it, and if you know anything about it, it is based off of an RPG game. This one is just gonna go over a tab, that's fine. I guess I'll do another line here. That's fine. An RPG game. And it's just, it was confusing. And I mean, it was good in a confusing way, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I want to read more, because everybody kind of was like, you kind of get a little bit more information throughout the series. So I am going to do that. I read one, or listened to One Last Stop. I read Red, White, and Royal Blue like a year ago. absolutely loved it. I hated, like, seriously, could not stand One Last Stop. I found the main character to be whiny, a little bit, and I just didn't like the storyline. So it did not get a good rating from me, at least. But if you liked it, great. That's perfect for you. I just did not. And one of my other favorite books of the month here was, I listened to I was going to do a 2-page book, but I'm only going to do one. I don't think I'm gonna, yeah, no, I want that one. Oh, that was for something different. Okay. I have a wolf, but, anyway. So, this one, I'm a little all over the place, guys. Okay.
The sticker.
You got a sticker? Okay.
Yeah, what's the mommy?
I think this kind of just explains most of it. We have a wolf. I don't remember what that is. Oh, that wasn't for this one either. That's fine. We'll do these two people's. Okay, so A Deal with the Elf King is a standalone. And you're taking, pretty much they're taking a mortal into the elf realm to be the human queen, or human kind of like sacrifice, because it ends up killing them. But read it. Definitely read it. Trillion Game was another one of those that I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like truly like, but surprisingly I did enough that I want to read more of the manga, but it's like not something that I'm gonna like go out and just buy right now, because there's more manga that I want to read. I did start the series by S. Mastery, and the first book was Wicked Dreams. This is the Fallen Royal series with Caleb. Oh, and I forget her name. I'll have to look it up. But it's a dark bully romance. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I like me some dark romance. Alright. On to my stats page. I do want to do. Okay.
Mom, look, sticker.
Yeah. So I'm going to grab this. And we're going to do some.
This is a sticker.
Yeah.
This one.
I'm going to do some pie charts.
This is a sticker.
Yeah, I see your sticker. And I won't forget about this page.
Okay.
No, I didn't space those out necessarily. Well. And we're gonna do there, and we'll do that there. Perfect. I am going to make this a little Dutch door for March. So I have something I want to do with this page. So we are going to write out a few things. I'm going to put February. Stats. Okay, so the first one I am going to write is, I'm going to stamp them actually. We're going to do books read, how many books that I read. So books. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's got version.
Okay. Okay. I have a piece of copy paper. We'll just pull these out. I gotta figure out a different way to do some of this, but it's all right. See, we have books. That's fine. E. A. So we have books read. I'm gonna do pages. Okay, bring it here.
Sticker.
What do you need help with?
Ooh.
E. Let's see. Oops, that's an S. Crapola on a cracker. We'll just try to see pages. Oops. I'm gonna definitely do this a little different in March, for March. Page, we'll do hours. So how many hours I read? And then we're gonna do I am just gonna write these in today. I don't feel like stamping much. I'll clean these off. I gotta clean these off before I put them back. But we're gonna do average. We're gonna do so average time. I mean, like how long it took me to read the book. And then I'm going to do genre. And I'm going to stamp these out next month. So I read 15 books. I read 2,354 pages. I listened to 55.58 hours. My average time was 5 days. And then my average rating, that's right, rating. So my genres were, Okay, let me finish. Fantasy, manga, science, fiction, romance, young adult, contemporary, LGBTQ. Ophelia, please stop, hon. IA plus, magical realism, and horror. And my average rating, star rating, was a 4.6. Okay. So the first thing here we are going to be doing, I wanted to track the moods, but I don't want to do it in a pie graph, so we don't need one of those. And I'll write those out in a little bit. But I have here, we have pace. Would be the first one. I'm going to do that and that. Then we have the page numbers. And I'm not like doing these specifics, just kind of, oh, maybe I didn't need all of these. Format, I did actually, hold on. I'm gonna have to get a new pen. Hey, can you tell this way for me? Thank you. We have thick and non. We have audio, the length of it, and yeah. So for pace, pace. Slow was at 7%. I'm just gonna color these in first. Fast was at 47%.
I need milk.
I know, I'm almost done. Okay, and then I had medium at 47%. These will be better eventually, promise. Okay, so my page number I have at 10%, 10 per. Yes, I got it. Give me a second. At 10%, I have at 500 plus pages, and then at 90%, I have less than 300. I need to get my stencil, a rounded stencil. And then, okay, so let's start here. This was slow at 7%. Medium at 47%, I think. And then fast at 47%. Page number, this was 500 plus 10. And this one was 90. Oops, not 9, 90. Okay. Audiobook length was 8 to 15 hours at 100%. So, and I listen to audiobooks at, depending, sometimes 2 times speed, but normally at 1.75. And non-fiction and fiction, again, I read all fiction, so that's at 100%. I'm not even like trying. Y'all can see. What was it? And fiction, which is 100. And then format, we had, let's see, 7% digital, 33% audio, and 60% print. A lot of that is because of my manga, Love and Heart. I don't like reading manga on my Kindle. It's just not, it's not fun. So, we'll do, yeah, digital at 7%, audio at 33%, print at 60%. Okay. So I'm going to go back through. I know this is not how a lot of people do it, but it's how I do mine. And you know what? It's just a little creative for me. Normally I print out my pie charts, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to draw them out. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to stamp all these out in March, like just the titles. And then we're going to do, yeah. So I'm going to go through and get like my stamping done and whatnot, and all the reviews done. And then I'll do a final flip through, and then, yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Or in the next part, not video. Okay, let's do the final flip through for February. Here we go. So we have our cover page and our TBR. We have our challenges and our book clubs. And then we get into the reviews. And I did go back and fill in stuff. And then we come to our stats page, and that is it for February. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.